a tour for UAE where everything went wrong. The last 24 hours they've sprung into life, led so brilliantly by Ahmed Raza, who's in at a wide first slip.
Samuel Plummer standing there next to the roller.
Pick up, pull shot, and that's a beautiful stroke. Aki Fraji got a bit excited by the previous short ball, tried to repeat it. Hop the following delivery. This one's edged away, going to be 4 more to the total. No slip in place, just slightly playing down the wrong line, and Jones moves into double figures. The run's starting to flow for USA. End of the 7th, it's 32 for 2.
So dominant at restricting the scoring rate, but not with width like that. Just too wide, rare, loose delivery from Ahmed Raza. Aaron Jones capitalized on it. Said it multiple times now. He's a back foot player. You drop it short and you give him some width, and this is what he does with it. Cranks the cut shot, pass backward point, free boundary for Aaron Jones.
Yeah, the key thing there again is the width. We've seen width really punished by most batters, whether it's come from. He's really looking forward to those 2 home series. Down the track, smashed, straight as anything. And this is a topic that I wanted to talk about. Samuel Plummer's cricketing skills tested out. He's made a very good wicket here, it looks like, again, but Jones gets down the track boundary there. Maybe not in complete control of the shot, looked a little agricultural, but pretty effective.
Straight out of the middle of the bat line. He was totally in control of that shot. Safe shot. Nobody out on the rope there, and really no protection in the ring either. And he's hitting with the turn. The off spinner is turning the ball into him.
Big hit, long on, Cecil nestles under it, but he's going to watch it over his head. Kept asking the question, why are batters not using their feet on a wicket that is not turning? And every time they do use their feet, they're getting good reward. This time it's a maximum. It goes to the bat of Aaron Jones. One of the bigger hits that we've seen all week. I heard a little worry out of Jaskar Malhotra's voice for a moment. Did you think he'd hold out, or did you know he got enough?
Oh, I think it was a good shot. I could tell, because I've been, talking a lot about their head position. He got under the ball, and then the key is he went through the shot. So when you go for those sixes, yeah, you got to go for it. Otherwise, there's
almost unchanged, and that's going to be 50 for Aaron Jones. It will be a 4th one-day international 50 in his 18th innings today. Solid average over 30, strike rate a little bit lower than some might like. Career 64, and it's pretty similar for him today. That strike rate in the 60s, but a few boundaries and a point to the heavens in thanks for Aaron Jones as he gets to that landmark. He'll want to double up, he'll want to bat all the way through. Strike rate of 65. He's got the young debutant for company. USA need to keep rebuilding. Jaskar Malhotra was talking about more than 250 is what USA will want, I think. And a first sweep from Aaron Jones, a shot that's created great controversy in the commentary box between Peter Della Penna and I, but the home fans love it. They whoop and whistle as Jones gets a boundary through a well-affected reverse sweep.
Yeah, missed it the first time around, ended up going for a boundary, and then he said they'll take it the first time. Aaron Jones will take this one the second time, gets all of it, and it's a shot.
Him down the ground. USA starting to go through the gears. We could be in for some real entertainment over the last 20 overs. The home fans, they love it.
Absolutely love it. Again, the boundary starting to flow a little bit more. Only went for 8 runs in his previous 3 overs. This time, Aaron Jones.
Back-to-back boundaries. All of a sudden, USA making hay with the sun coming out. What a little burst this has been for the 5th wicket partnership between Jones, the vice-captain, and Jarawala. An overcorrection from Farid. He drifts down the pads, and Jones just clips him away. 8 runs from the first 2 balls of the over. Takes on the mid-off fielder who's up in the circle. It's hit on the up, and given the recent wicket that's just been fallen, that is a spectacular shot.
Well, that area seems to be an area of liking for Aaron Jones. Shades of that Gurjendra Singh 6 we saw in Florida against Ireland, where he's just on that back foot and runs through it with the bat over the top of the mid-off fielder.
A long way, goes into the roof. Probably the biggest hit we may have seen the entire tournament. The straight bat shot paying dividends for Jones. Tossed up, and Jones says thanks a million. I'll smash you out of the Musa Stadium.
Well, we saw a 6 yesterday, Lenny, that went off the front porch of the visitors' change room, and this one
Could be a chance, and it's been taken. The unlucky number in Australia works for UAE. He's on 87, and Rizwan CP takes a very good catch in the deep. I think it was the googly again from Mayapin, and that's why Jones has tried to go over extra cover. He's got it much squarer than he would have liked, and with 9 runs coming from the first 3 legal deliveries of that over, Jones hangs his head. He was flawless, he was perfect, he was chanceless up to that moment, but now he's gone, and USA have lost their 7th.
Lenny, that's almost deja vu from the series in December 2019. He was on 95 on that occasion. It looked like he was going to be making USA's first ever ODI century, and he picked out the man on the boundary on that occasion too, a deep square leg, hooked the ball that looked like it was going to go for 6, and it was juggled on the rope and held on to. And this is almost in identical circumstances where he looked like he was going for 100, just gets under this ball, as you said, going a little bit square than he intended. He was trying to go over extra cover, got it a bit too wide, bit too square to pick up the man at cover sweeper just on the outer half of the bat, and a superb catch. CP Rizwan doing the work. Coming in, he had about 20 yards to cover, judged it well, and it held up in the wind. The previous sequence where Jones hit the ball for 6, the wind was to his